brisk run, your spirit rises with the sun and it burns until the day is done.
All right, 25 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Friday morning. When you hear that music from the Blue Jays band, and it's Friday morning, usually we're going to learn something about horses, and that's usually from the Equine Alliance of Marion County, and there's no difference today. This is a show called Horse Sense, and the only difference is today there's only one person in the studio with me, and she is Barbara Feitos. She's been with us many, many times during this segment, but I know you have a guest on the phone too. But Good morning, Barbara. How are you doing?
Good morning, Larry. I'm doing very well, thank you.
So we're going to learn about horses today. We have somebody I haven't met before, right?
You have somebody you haven't met before, and I think you're going to enjoy this segment. This segment is on fox hunting.
You told me about fox hunting, but you said there's no foxes.
No, there's no foxes. But
okay.
Alexis McCauley is on the line with us. She is the hunt master for Misty Morning Hounds, which is a fox hunting club located at the Perry Plantation in Alachua County. And the beauty of this whole concept, and Alexis will share this with you, Perry Plantation is a historic plantation, was home to the fourth governor of the state of Florida.
Is that right?
It's over 500 acres of beautiful, beautiful land in Gainesville, Alachua County. And they do, obviously horses, kennels for the hounds, hay sales, a multiple disciplined farm, but it is home to the Fox Hunting Club Misty Morning Hounds. And so she's going to tell us all about what's going on with fox hunting right here in the north central part of Florida.
So let's say good morning to Alexis McCauley. Good morning, Alexis.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for your interest in the sport. So
far, it sounds like you have a fun job. Am I right? Is it fun?
Oh, it's the most fun you could ever have with horses and hounds as well. If you are a animal lover and you love the great outdoors, there's no better sport on earth.
So do people come with their own dogs, their own horses, or could I go? I mean, my dog would never do this.
No, we keep a pack of foxhounds. They're American foxhounds, and some of their lineage goes back to George Washington's pack, who was an avid fox hunter, as was Thomas Jefferson and many of our founding fathers.
When did they have time?
Excuse me?
Well, I was just curious when the founding fathers had time. It seemed like they were always busy writing documents and stuff and fighting wars.
Well, no, they did a lot of sport, as far as fox hunting, and they considered it as training for war times.
Really?
They would get out and gallop, and they would go through all sorts of natural obstacles and that sort of thing. So they felt like it kept their horses tuned up for battlegrounds and things like that.
Okay, so
and now go ahead.
Well, I was just going to. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you because it sounds like you've got something interesting to say. So please continue where you left off. But what I was going to ask is, if I heard about this and I wanted to do this, I was going to ask you to take me by the hand, so to speak, with your words, and explain how I would do this.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a sport that there's something in it for everybody, whether you ride or you don't ride. And the way it's organized is that we keep the pack of hounds. People don't bring their dogs at all. Misty Morning Hounds is the hunt club, and it owns the hounds. And then people bring their own horses. Sometimes we do have people that will lease horses out for the day. Either join for the entire season, or you can just come out and pay what we call a capping fee to ride just that day. So if you, say, have a horse and you want to come out and join us for the day, you just let us know either by email or phoning me, and then we have a whole schedule. We hunt from middle of October through the middle of mid-March, and we hunt twice a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And the way it's set up, it's very, very like traditional fox hunting. The only difference is that we're a drag pack. So we're not actually hunting a fox. We actually use a scent that someone lays with a drag. It's like a piece of leather with felt inside it, a leather pouch with felt inside it.
Oh, really?
We soak it in anisette liquor. And it's a scent that even over in England, centuries ago, they used that same scent to entice hounds at times. And on ceremonial days like Boxing Day and opening meet, they would lay drag lines to ensure good sport in case they were not able to find a fox to push up. So what we do, we have someone go out. We call them our fox or our drag man, and they go out. They drag the scent through the woods, and it's laid either off horseback or ATV, and sometimes we'll lay it off a foot too, or sometimes off a golf cart. Whatever we seem to have, and so we take the hounds out, and they follow along like a little school of minnows with my horse until I give them a signal. They know about 15 different voice commands and about 12 different blows on the hunting horn. So when I give them the signal to cast and go dive in to start hunting, they take off and they search around and loop and circle until they hit the scent. And then it's like just off and running. They start screaming, and it's very, very thrilling and exciting. And the people then are in different groups. And we call them fields. We have a first field, second field, and third field. First field kind of keeps up with me, rides right on my heels, so they see everything that I see. And they really go fast, and we jump a lot of stuff and negotiate some pretty tricky obstacles. The second field goes a little bit more at a more controlled pace, so they walk, trot, and canter, but it's not full out galloping and dashing around like some of us up there do. And then the third field is what we call the hilltopping group. So they usually just walk and trot. They don't necessarily keep up with the hounds, but they might go from point to point where they can get a really nice vista or view of, the scene. And in other words, if hounds are going through a woods, they might dash around to the other side so they see the hounds coming out, and then all the riders, with the red coats and everything come out on the other side, but they're not necessarily going at a breakneck speed or anything like that. So we get a lot of children out there. We have some people that are in their 80s that ride. We have people that are on green horses that ride in third field. And it's always a good place to start your horses in third field and then, work your way up.
Wow. And are you the only one in the area, like within a few hundred miles or something?
Well, no, there's 5 hunts in Florida. There's one in Tallahassee, 2 down in the Palm Beach area, and then one over in Tampa.
Okay, but
and we're good friends with all of them, and we have joint meets together, and those are all live hunting groups, and we just have a great time. They come hunt with us, we go hunt with them, and
that sounds really cool.
Do a lot of do a lot of social activities as well together. And and then I didn't mention the tally-ho wagon. We usually have a vehicle of some sort that people that don't ride at all, can kind of keep up with the action and watch everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? That would be me.
Yeah.
So and Barbara too. So how long?
Sometimes they have the best time off. Sometimes I think, especially when it's like weather like yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? And so you only do it in the cool months. You do it from October to March.
We do, because the hounds would overheat otherwise. We have to really watch, especially in Florida. Heat stroke is something we constantly have to watch out for with the hounds, because they would just run and run and run, just like a thoroughbred horse. They just run themselves out. So we have to watch out.
Alexis, we have to take a little break for weather and a couple of sponsors. Okay. Alexis McCauley is on the phone, and Barbara Freitos in the studio. This is Horse Sense with the Equine Alliance of Marion County, and Alexis is up in Gainesville, correct? Mm-hmm. At the Misty Morning Hounds at the Perry Plantation. Do I have that right?
That's correct.
All right. We'll be right back with Alexis and Barbara after this.
This is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Clouds and some intervals of sun today with a high of 70 to 74. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight. There may be a shower late tonight along the coast. Lows ranging from the mid and upper 50s inland to the mid 60s along the coast. Variable cloudiness, breezy and warm tomorrow with a passing shower or two, high 74 to 78. For Sunday, mostly cloudy, breezy, warm and humid with a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon, high 80 to 84. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
Insurance, payroll, taxes, workers' comp? How am I expected to keep up with this?
APB.
Very funny.
No, APB is American Payroll and Benefits with over 30 years experience. Count on APB to save real time and money on workers' comp and payroll costs, filing taxes, all that frustrating and time-consuming employee paperwork.
Thanks, tall, dark, and smart.
Call APB today at 352-624-1999. Welcome to Infinite Natural Day Spa. We offer massage, facial, waxing, and hydrotherapy with body scrub. Infinite Natural Day Spa will bring you to an unparalleled, all-natural experience of beautification, peace, and comfort that is uniquely yours. We hope to transport you to a place where you can truly appreciate a newly found state of relaxation.
Southeast AgNet invites you to listen to our daily agricultural news on WOCA. Florida Ag News airs at 10:02 a.m., Farm and Ranch headlines at 11:02, and This Land of Ours at 12:02 p.m. And for more information about a story you may have heard on Southeast AgNet, or if you missed a report, visit our website at southeastagnet.com. Keep up with the latest in agricultural news every Monday through Friday right here on WOCA and on southeastagnet.com. Southeast AgNet, serving agriculture across the deep Southeast.
Did you know that Marion County is known as the horse capital of the world? Did you know that Florida is one of the top thoroughbred horse markets in North America? Thoroughbred horses annually contribute $1 billion to the Sunshine State's economy and employ over 12,000 people, more than even baseball spring training. To learn more about the horse capital of the world or to join the membership of the FTBOA, the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, please check out ftboa.com.
All right, 12 minutes before 10 o'clock. Let's return now. Alexis McCauley is on the phone. She is the hunt master of Misty Morning Hounds at the Perry Plantation up in Gainesville, learning about fox hunting. Mm-hmm. And Barbara Feitas is in the studio. And Alexis, during the break, Barbara was telling me that she went on one of these.
Yes. She came out with us on our opening meet last year. And yes, and it was up in Alachua at a farm that we hunt up there, the Snooty Fox Farm. It's Dr. Julian Cotter and Diane, his wife. Lovely. And they actually have bred 2 Derby contendants. So anyway,
do you have winners and losers? I mean, is it a sport?
No.
No. Okay. So you're hunting.
No, it's totally non-competitive. The fox hunting is one of the beauties of it. There's no competition whatsoever in it. A lot of camaraderie, amongst the members, and Now,
do they actually still hunt foxes, maybe in England or somewhere?
They've actually banned live fox hunting in England, but it's not totally banned. They just have some particulars in the ways they have to hunt them.
Okay.
And we do have live hunting here in the United States as well, but the goal is always to chase. It focuses on the chase, and a healthy fox is rarely caught. I mean, if a fox is caught, it's usually sick or old, very old.
Oh, really?
In which case nature, would be dealing with that pretty quickly anyway in the wild world of nature. But, let's see.
So
go ahead.
Can I ask about how much it costs? And I was wondering if there are different levels, like to participate and maybe could I just go as a spectator, as a photo opportunity, that kind of thing? Yes.
I say that it's the most economical horse sport there is. Individual membership is $1,050, but we hunt like 36 times throughout the year, and then we have other activities throughout the summer and all that are included. So when you get down to all the, if you came to every single activity we had, it would average probably about $20 an activity.
Oh wow, that is good.
You can easily spend $1,000 at one horse show.
Yeah.
So by the time you get stabling and all that, so I mean you get a lot of bang for your buck with the hunt. We have family membership levels as well, and then if you want to just come cap for the day, it's $75. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, okay, and that I would be able to take pictures and kind of ride with you and that kind of thing.
Oh, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. There is a spectator fee at times. Like on Boxing Day, the day after Christmas is a huge ceremonial day, similar to opening meet, but not quite as formal. We charge a little more on those.
So that's a big day. There's
a little more to it,
So
and we provide a big breakfast afterwards.
Oh, really? Oh, it's so early. You're having breakfast after the event. Oh my goodness!
Right, yeah.
Are you hunting fox in the dark?
No, we start either at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock.
Okay.
It totally depends on the weather. Like, a lot of times for opening meet and Boxing Day, those are usually around 8:30 in the morning. In October, when we start hunting, it's usually so warm that you have to get going really early. Some of the other clubs in Florida actually hunt at sunup, so they'll be out there at 6:30 and 7 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
We don't do that because our membership draws from, like, we have a big membership from Jacksonville and Orlando, as well as Gainesville and Ocala. So they're on the road like 2.5 hours, some of them, to get here. So, you can only ask so much. And with the drag scent, we can lay it a little heavier. Weather really affects the scent. So when it's hot, the scent evaporates really fast, whether it's the live box or
really?
Or the drag.
So do the dogs? I'm going to ask this the only way I know how, and if it sounds awkward, then help me out. Do the dogs communicate with the horses or with the horse riders, or is there no communication? I'm trying to figure out how the dogs and the people work together.
Oh, well, the hounds, we work every single day with the hounds at the kennels here. Like this morning, we were out there at 7 o'clock this morning walking hounds. During the summer, we do a lot of walking with them on foot. In other words, we'll take the whole pack out, all 47 hounds, on foot, off leash, and that's where we do our training of different commands and different blows on the horn. This morning, we were mounted, so we were on horseback, and we did the same things. We took them out, and, we ran with them a little bit. We held them up. We gave the different commands. There's a lot of communication between me, I'm the huntsman, and the hounds. I have other staff called whippers in that assist with the hounds as well. They'll be like riding on the outskirts, say, of a field in case we have any type of distractions, like deer pop up is one of our main problem areas.
What is it? Air pop up?
Deer.
Oh, deer.
Yeah, because we don't want them to run the deer and other wildlife.
I got you. Okay, yeah.
If say a deer pops up, now we train, again, in all our training sessions, we train them not to chase deer, but sometimes, you have the young hounds, and one will pop. I know one year we went to hunt, and the first cast where I sent the hounds on to go, all of a sudden a herd of deer just came right through the pack of hounds.
Really?
That's a really hard thing for the young ones to resist. But most of them turned. I blew. We snapped our whips, those big long hunt whips you see in the hunting pictures. You snap those, it sounds like a gunshot. And most of the hounds will stop. Well, if there's a stray hound that keeps going, then it's the job of the whippers in to go and cut them off.
This sounds like fun. It sounds like fun, and it sounds fascinating. It sounds beautiful. It sounds like lots of new things that a person like me never would have seen.
Exactly.
It is a feast for your senses. It puts every sense to work, your sight and smell, and you're just, the adrenaline is pumping out there, and there's just nothing like it on this earth, really.
Now, this is probably a weird question. Could I buy this as a gift for somebody? Is there a way to do that? What would you do?
Well, you can, you could purchase a capping fee or, membership for people, that sort of thing.
Sure. That's a good idea.
Or an event as a Christmas gift for someone for the Boxing Day event. Yeah.
Right.
And the Boxing Day, we get a lot of family participation out on the tally-ho because there's so many, people that have family visiting, and a lot of times it's the way that, of course, horse people, they get through all the pomp and circumstance of Christmas, and then they're dying to get on their horse. So it's a way for the horse enthusiasts to get out there and bring the rest of their family along, not feel like they're leaving them behind at the house, you know, and they include them, and so they get to see the whole sport. So many people just don't realize this sport is still alive and well, and all they see are the old antique hunt prints. But once you come out and watch a hunt or participate in a hunt, you never look at those prints the same way. You are in that photograph.
I bet you are. Yeah. See, I always thought you had to be related to like Prince Charles or something to do any fox hunting.
No, and see, that's another thing about this particular sport. It's the one horse sport where they say princes and paupers ride side by side. It's an old thing, goes back to England, and the reason that is that in England, especially, and even in this country as well, depending on what part of the country you're in, to have the hunt, you have to have landowners. And the landowners, you try to get adjoining landowners. So you might have some little farmer that's barely able to scratch a living right next to a big estate owner.
Oh, wow, really?
You know, but they need that little piece of land to be able for the hounds to cross. So that's where they say the princes and paupers ride side by side, because of course those farmers would be out there hunting, especially in England. You know, they're all big enthusiasts, and nobody has big play over the other. They're equals out there. Other than your red coats, when you see the red coats, that's kind of a flash of glory, I guess.
Wow! You brought a cool show to us today, Barbara. I don't want to stop, but we have to. We've only got 2.5 minutes left, and I want to make sure the listeners know how to do this, who to call, what websites to go to. Can you give us all that information?
Yes, I can. It's MistyMorningHounds.com, and is our website.
Okay, Misty.
And you can MistyMorningHounds.com. And you can just go to that website, and there's 3 different panels there, but go under the Fox Hunting Club panel, and you can click through and learn all about the sport. It takes you right by the hand, and if you read through the hunt packet, you would be prepared to go out on a hunt. It's fairly brief, it's short, it has a little segment, Fox Hunting in a Nutshell.
That is cool. I just went to your website. I'm going to have to buy a red coat, huh?
Yeah. No.
You don't.
I don't get a red coat. Oh, red coat means somebody special.
That's not us.
Oh, that's not us.
That's not us.
Okay.
Our staff wear the red coats, and they're considered kind of honorary people, and the hounds are actually considered the big celebrities of the sport.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they're always called hounds, not dogs, because they say it's an insult to call them dogs.
Really? See, and I did that a couple times during the show.
They're royalty.
Hounds. Okay. When I go home, I'll remember that with my own hound. I'll have to say, I never knew. I'll apologize because I never knew all these years.
No, that's all right. We also have a terrific photographer, a hunt photographer that comes out on many of the events, and her name is Aline Rachel. And if you go to her website, or you can just type in her name, Aline Rachel Photography, you can click through even all the most recent photographs of this opening meet we had just 2 weeks ago, and as well as go back through the years, through the different albums.
Wow. Great show today, Barbara, and thank you so much, Alexis. I know you gave the website, and I went to it, MistyMorningHounds.com. Thank you. And there's could you give a phone number too?
Yes, it's 3. I'll give you my cell phone because I'm the main one you'd need to talk to, anybody that wants to call. It's 352-258-0317.
All right. Gosh, what a great idea for a gift, right? Or just as something like give yourself a break, right? Go do something fun.
Yeah. Exactly.
Barbara Feitos.
We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you join us for Boxing Day.
Boxing Day, yeah. Boxing Day is the day after Christmas.
Day after Christmas.
Right.
Alexis McCauley, thank you, and Barbara Feitos, thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Larry. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
You too. This is WOCA Ocala.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. House Speaker John Boehner blasting the president's actions the morning after he laid out his plan to reform immigration using executive action.
The president has taken actions that he himself has said are those of a king or an emperor